Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Chronicles of a Crafter. I'm so happy you guys are here today with me. So today I am going to make a couple of things. I have a friend, a very close friend actually. She's my nail tech. She's my very good friend, and she asked me to make her some returning customer punch cards. So basically it's like a little card that, you know, if you come back 6 times you get one free or something like that. And you know, I'm sure you've seen it for restaurants, and they come in and they just punch your card or whatever with a little puncher, or you know, whatever this is, a hole puncher. Yeah. So so yeah, I took this 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, like this one. It's just 8.5 by 11, and I scored it a few times. Okay, so I scored it in half at 4 1/4, and then I scored it on the horizontal every 2 inches on my large scoreboard, and then I ended up with this. So I can just do that, cut this out, and put a little design on here, and then, you know, run it through the laminator, you know, after I've cut them out, and then see where that gets me. So I'm going to try that today and see what happens. I also have these cute little die cuts that I received, again, from AliExpress. Like I said yesterday, when you order things from AliExpress, you never know when they're coming. And when they arrive, it's like Christmas. Like, you know, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I ordered that 6 weeks ago. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and take some of this apart and run it through the laminator just to play with it and see what happens. Now, looking at this, I can probably run this through the laminator, put her design in here. Not the laminator, sorry, the die cut machine, my Sizzix. I don't know why I said laminator. Anyway, I can run this through my die cut, put her little picture in here, or her logo, and let her punch along the side here, so she can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can get 12 returning, you know, one customer returning 12 times before she has to give something away for free. So and it's mostly her services that she's giving away for free, like, you know, a nail service or hair and makeup, something like that. So yeah, I can do that for her. But isn't this the cutest little thing? Oh, it's like a little paper clip, or yeah, a little paper clip. And then there are these over here. These are other paper clips. So here's another one. Isn't that cute? I can't wait to run these through the Sizzix and see what I end up with. Here is another one. This one looks like a top of a clipboard, you know, so it looks like a clip from the top of a clipboard. Here's another paper clip looking thingy, you know, and there's something written on it, but right now it's written backwards. I'm gonna guess it says I'm not even gonna guess. It says something on there. I'm gonna run it through just to see what it says. And let's see what this is. Oh, this is like a little pen or letter opener shape. Okay, this also has a little inscription on there, so I think that says work, but I'll run it through just to see what it says. And here's another paper clip type, or clipboard topper. I know that says love right there. So alright, and then here's the piece that I was thinking that I can possibly make into her little punch card, and I think that'll be cute. So let's run a couple of these through the die cut machine and see what we end up with. On here are some more paper clips and it's so difficult. You feel like you're gonna break them, right? But okay, so there's that. I got this off as one whole piece. Okay, and I'm just snipping off these little excess pins that are holding the whole thing together. So here's a smaller version of this one. And in looking at it, you can see that there will be a different cut at the bottom of both of these. One has a star, one has a heart. This one is one whole piece, so I'll see what this one gives. This does not separate, but I'm sure once you cut it through, it'll cut separately. So this is like a larger paper clip type thing to this one. Okay. Alright, and here's another binder clip in the closed position. So let me just see if I can find some items that resemble those, just to give you perspective on what I'm referring to. So here are some of these. So this is a larger, an actual binder clip. Here's another one. So that's this when it's closed. I know these are not the best. I don't have anything that really resembles this, but this is what this is, kind of, you know. And some of these are, there's huge binder clips. Okay, so that's what those look like. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and run them through the die cut and let's see what we end up with. And again, if all else fails, I have this, okay, that I scored at every 2 inches and folded it in half, or scored it in half. And she can always use this. So if all else fails, there's this. All right, I'm gonna go grab my Sizzix and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am just running all of these pieces through the die cut machine, and I just basically have them all set up here on a green piece of cardstock, which is like 176 GSM, 65 pound. And I just want to see what happens. Like, I kind of like this color green, and I just want to see what we get. I just gotta move some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, so let's see what we've cut out. So this larger piece right here just basically cuts a frame. Okay, it didn't really do much. I don't even know if there's a pokey tool. There isn't a pokey tool hole anywhere on here, so I'm gonna have to somehow get it out. Interesting. So this right now is considered stuck. All right, we're gonna pass on that. Moving on to the next item. So this is what I had in mind for my friend's punch card. I don't know if it'll work, but it'll be nice to see if it does. And this actually has a pokey tool section right here to separate the entire thing from the die cut. So this is what we have here. It's more or less a specimen or a film reel image, you know, maybe a negative, like back in the day when people used to develop film. Everything's digital now, but back when we used to develop film, there would be a long strip of just this with all the pictures. It's called a negative. So yeah, this might work if I were to perhaps back it up onto something like this. This will need to be rescored because it does not fit one way or the other, so I'll have to grab a separate sheet and rescore my lines according to this. And this might work. I mean, it could under any normal circumstance. So we have that. Let's see what else we've cut out here. I did all of the paper clips and bullnose clips, and let's just see what we got. I also went and grabbed some more of my, these came in the package of the whale tails. So there's this, they came from here. Okay, so those are my whale tail tag toppers or tabs that go on the top of, you know, journaling cards or tickets or tags or what have you. So there's that. And these little toppers right here, they're more or less reinforcement. Oh, that's so cute. I know exactly what this is. It's hard to tell what items are on a die cut, but let me just see if I can find one really quickly here. And if not, I'll find it and show it to you later. But I know these go on the tops of like coat check tags or laundry tags. So that's what those are. They're like little reinforcements that go on the tops of that. So let's just see this one. Oh, that's so cute. Let's see. So that was this. Okay. I want to see one of the ones with the words on it. So see if I can read what the die cut meant to say. Okay, so this one says love. I knew that one. That came from this die cut. Okay, and it says love right in here. See that? And let's see if I can find one of the others. This one didn't have a word on it, and interestingly enough, it didn't really cut that well. I'm not sure which part is supposed to be removed. I think it's this section, but here it didn't cut very well through the die cutting machine, and that happens. I mean, it's to be expected. That's why I run my dies through forward and backwards, because sometimes this happens. Okay, so that's okay. Moving on, let's see, where is that other one that had a word? Oh, here it is, right in front of me. This one says sweetheart. Oh gosh, oh dear, I thought it would be something more. I don't even know what I thought it would be. Oh, you can't even see it, sorry. Yeah, this one says sweetheart. And yeah, anyway, that's that. And here is another paper clip type or bullnose clip. So, oh, there we go. There's that. It came from this one. Alright, so yeah, these are just a bunch of things that I will just add to my stash. And again, I got these from AliExpress. They may have been part of something else. I don't actually remember ordering this. But here's one that's like a little pen or letter opener. It's really cute, like a little old school type of pen that you would, like a quill, you would dip in ink in order to write, or it could be the shape of a letter opener, not sure. Anyway, I'm going to put this aside. Here's one more, and this one has the star in the middle. So it looks like this. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to move all of this stuff out of the way. That was a fun experiment. And again, I will add all of these little dies to my stash, but this is the one that I was thinking of for my girlfriend who does my nails. I know it's a little Eastery, but you know, anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to use something like this to make her little punch card, you know, customer retention punch card type of thing. Let me move my scissors and I'll be right back. Okay, so just when you think like you can't do something with, you know, the way it's expected to come out, so I went ahead and ran this through my scissors one more time, and ouch, as you can see, there's no way of getting it out without bleeding, okay? So now what, right? I ran it through my, oh God, I'm bleeding. I ran it through my scissors and I can't get it out, but what I did manage to do was save all of the inner pieces that pops out easily. So I have all of these, which basically just came out of the center of this. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this. Ugh, I'm bleeding all over my project now. Let me grab a band-aid and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got a band-aid and I'm gonna finish what I was saying. So basically I took the innards of this little die cut right here. This is what pops out from the center here, minus the blood. And you know, I'll take that out later. I did manage to take out, you know, all the others, but it requires, you know, some effort, so I'll work on that one later. So what I've done was I've taken these cards and this die cut, and the only reason it's pretty and you know, pretty paper, pink and green, and it's because they really go well for the type of project that I'm working on, but I will do a more grungy one for a junk journal. And so I just took these two colors, the negative film strip and the inner paper from this, and basically just glued it on top of it. But in between is where I inserted a little photo of my fingernails. Okay, so I took this picture this morning and, you know, printed it out on my little HP sprocket. So this is an HP printer. It's zinc, has 0 ink, so it's a laser printer, and it's just ran by Bluetooth connected to my cell phone. I'm going to turn it on. Okay, it's on, and I'm going to print this photo. So it looks like this. So it's connecting to the printer, sending to the sprocket, and then just like magic, the image will come out. So shouldn't be too much longer. I can hear it printing right now, and the paper is stored inside of the printer itself. It looks like this, HP zinc, 0 ink, and it's made specifically for this printer. I'm not talking like, you know, photo quality printing, but it's fairly decent in a pinch. I mean, that is what the photo looks like. Kind of looks like my hand. So yeah, and this is what I will place underneath this die cut, and then glue it all down on here. So I'll make a few of these for her. The other thing that I wanted to do is put a little section down below where she can punch either the number out or X them off or what have you, and I think I can accomplish that with these little ink blocks, or, you know, stamping blocks. And so I'll just do 2 rows of stamps at the bottom here, and yeah, and so she'll get, you know, 9 services and the last one free. So I think that'll look really cute on here. So let me grab my ink. I'm going to use StazOn ink. Again, if I remember, I'll put a link to this down below. I believe I got it on Amazon. It's really inexpensive. I think there's a few newer models now that are out, but this is an HP sprocket, and if I remember, I'll put the link down below. If not, you can easily find it on Amazon, because I think that's where I bought mine. So yeah, I'm just going to use my StazOn ink in Jet Black. Yep. And I taped all my blocks together, these little stamping blocks together with just some washi tape so that I can get them all in a row and all at the same time. And I'm just going to place this down right here at the bottom of this card. I'll give that a second to transfer. So that's fairly cute. I did have some ink spill over, but yeah, and then she can just go in with her little punchy tool and punch out, you know, the number of services that she's provided to her customers. And I'll do a second row of the same thing, different numbers, and the heart will represent a free service. So let's just do that. I'm just going to place this down right here at the bottom. Give that a second to transfer. Yeah. I'm going to run this through my laminator, which I think will seal the whole thing together. And the punchy tool should still be able to work punching through a laminated surface, so we'll give that a go and see how that ends up. I just don't want the picture image to get damaged, so let me go turn on my laminator, get it warmed up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and ran this through the laminator, and this is what I got. Now the laminator is heated, so it did manipulate the ink or the non-ink from the picture. So yeah, I kind of like heated up this section of the image, and doesn't look like my hand anymore, but you know, that is what you get. And I will round the corners on here just to see if my corner rounder, sometimes it takes it, sometimes it doesn't. Let's try this one. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I'll just round these corners all the way around. Okay. And yeah, that's something small and cute that someone can keep in their wallet every time they visit my girlfriend's salon, that they can bring this with them and get their little thing punched. So my puncher reaches all the way in, just double checking that it does, and it punches through. So there you go. Alright, I'm going to do one of these that's a little bit more grungy, and we'll go into a junk journal. So you see that it does work. This punch does go through the laminated paper. So let's see, for my junk journal, I think I'm going to do one with this green. I like this green a lot, and I will use some card paper. So this is like craft color like papers, 8.5 by 11, and I'm gonna run this die through again so that I can get these inserts. Okay, let me grab my scissors and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just going to run this through the scissors. And again, the crunching and the cracking is normal. And as you can see, my camera is not shaking, so I'll show you guys what jig that I actually bought to alleviate that agonizing shaking of the camera scenario that I always had. So let me just move this out of the way. And now we have this. Okay, so this popped out of here. Okay, and I will take out that paper afterwards. But for now, I'm just going to take this and this really cool green that can go right on top of there. Let's see. I'm going to see if I have an image of sorts that I can put in there. Nothing on hand, so let me go grab an image and I'll be right back. So I just went ahead and pulled one of these floral images from that book that I have of botanicals, and I think I can use something like this underneath there. Okay, so, or I can even get this side. I like this one better. Yeah, so I can get this image underneath here. And yeah, so let me just go ahead and cut that off. And now we have this really cute floral that can go underneath this. And I'm gonna try to get it so that it doesn't show on the side. So let me just trim it down a little bit more and get it as straight as possible. So now that will go right in here. Alright, and then that'll go on top of there. Alright, so let's do that. I'm going to use my PVA glue, and I'm only going to glue this inside section here along the bottom and along here. Take my image and place it right on top of here. Okay, and so now we have this, and then I'll glue the entire thing down onto the craft paper. And I'm just using, again, PVA glue, so it's a lighter version of, it's basically pH balanced type of glue. So, alright, and I'm just going to place that right up here at the top of this card. Okay. So now I can run this through my laminator. I noticed like the last one that I ran through came out a little thick. It's a little bit, here it is. Yeah, it's just a little thick. There's multiple layers of card weight paper inside of here. So it did take a little bit for the laminator to push this through, but it came out pretty decent. And yeah, so this one's a lot thinner, and it should run through the laminator pretty easily. And but in any case, if I were to, let's say, round the corners of this corner rounder, it's not working for whatever reason. It's basically stuck. So I can round these corners here, okay, and ink all around it. And I'm just using Vintage Photo as my distress ink of choice. And now I have like a specimen type of display. This little piece of ephemera will look great in my botanical journal or what have you. So I'm going to grab my little Tim Holtz field notes. And I think I'll use something like this. Just grab some tape and cover up the areas that I don't want. To get ink on. So yeah, I'm gonna use my Stays On ink, my little inking block, get that on there straight, and then I'm just gonna ink the word specimen. All right, and then remove the tape. So now I know for a fact nothing else got ink on it, and only specimen is going to transfer. Okay, so now we have that. I think that looks pretty darn cute. Okay, and I can put a number down below. Let's see, maybe this one. And this is exactly how you can take one project idea and turn it into two. So that's all I did. I had an idea to make something for my nail girlfriend, my girlfriend that does my nails. She also does hair and makeup, and actually we have a bridal party that I'm gonna help her do the hair and makeup for on Friday. But I just took this idea that I thought about making for her and turned it into something like this that will look great in a junk journal. Alright guys, I'm going to leave you here. I think that this came out great, and I want you guys to go out and have a wonderful crafty day. Okay, if you do like this video, hit that like button down below, and subscribe to the channel, because I'm gonna have a 500 subscriber giveaway. Couple of things that I want to point out in my giveaway. I also came across some Edith Holden-esque fabric, okay, and I'll save that for another video to show you what that looks like. But as soon as I get to 500 subscribers, I will add a yard of that Edith Holden fabric. It's in the likes of Edith Holden. I know she didn't make fabric herself, but yeah, so I have some fabric that looks pretty like her style of books. So here's a little example. Alright, so just picture this all over a large piece of fabric that you can use in your junk journals. Anyway guys, have a crafty day. I'll talk to you in the next one. Stay naturally curious.